From the Emerald City here in Seattle, the roof is closed. It's raining outside, but we are ready for baseball here inside. On Game 3 of this three-game set between the San Diego Padres and the Seattle Mariners, the Padres have dominated the first two games of this series. Seattle looking to avoid a sweep. They're coming in 6 straight losses on the last week or so for the Mariners, looking to turn that around here on Sunday, and the Padres are looking to cruise still. The first 2 games have gotten them 3 games up above 500 on the season as we are set for the third and final game of this series here from Seattle on Sunday Night Baseball. George Kirby will get the start today here for the Mariners. 9 starts under his belt this season so far, a 6-2 record and a 2.4 ERA. He has been good with 53 strikeouts and a 22% strikeout rate compared to just a 3% walk. And he will look to shut down the Padres today to salvage the third and final game of this 3-game set. And we are underway with Tatis grounding the first pitch into the hole right field, and a leadoff single on the game's first pitch for Fernando Tatis Jr. So wasting a little time, the Padres get their first hit as Tatis goes the other way against George Kirby. They had a little bit of a shift on for him. And Tatis is aboard. Here's Manny Machado here after one pitch, a runner aboard. Machado takes inside for ball 1. .343 average. He has been surging at the plate here in the early part of the season. Right down the middle, 1-1. Machado takes a high strike, 1-2 the count. A ball and 2 strikes off the fists and fouled straight back, 1-2 to Manny Machado. Tatis the runner at first, nobody out here in the opening frame of Sunday Night Baseball here from the Emerald City. A ball and 2 strikes. Machado swings right through it. And the first strikeout of the ball game for George Kirby. Take a look now at the Padres starting lineup. You just saw Fernando Tatis Jr. Manny Machado will stand in now, followed by Jackson Merrill and Ramon Laureano. Gavin Sheets and Xander Bogaerts finish out the middle. Jake Cronenworth, Freddie Fermin, and Will Wagner are the bottom 3. Here's Jackson Merrill, first lefty in the order here for the Padres against the right-hander Kirby. And Kirby fires in high, 1-0. 16 runs driven in for Jackson Merrill, batting .329 on the season. Padres trying to keep pace in the National League West. There's a strike, 1-1. In the air to right center, that's trouble. It's going to split the outfielders. Fernando Tatis is flying around third. He's going to get the wave on, and he's going to score 1-0 San Diego in the first inning. Jackson Merrill drives in his 15th RBI of the season, and the Padres are up and running here in the Emerald City. And George Kirby off to a rough start here against these Padres. Downstairs for a strike, 0-1. Laureano batting .258 coming into play today. That one missed off the plate. So a good start for the Padres, once again picking up right where they left off in the first 2 games of this series. Looking for the sweep tonight here in Seattle. And the 1-2 in the dirt. Good stop by Cal Raleigh behind the plate. Brick wall back there, and it's 2-2. Runner on second, still only 1 out. Just missed. Full count, 3-2. Gavin Sheets waiting on deck. Fouled off by Laureano. We had the Padres a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday in Mexico City. Padres came from behind in that game against the Diamondbacks. Their bats came alive. Laureano strikes out here for the second out of this opening inning. And the second strikeout as well for George Kirby. Here's Gavin Sheets. Ball 1-1-0. 17 runs driven in for Sheets. 5 home runs on the season. In that game we had a couple weeks ago, he hit that game-tying home run in Mexico City that propelled the Padres to take the lead and win that game over the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Kirby looking for his third strikeout of this opening inning. Instead, it's a fly ball into center. Julio ranging back on the run, makes the catch. And the inning comes to a close, but Jackson Merrill and the Padres strike first in the first. Padres 1, Mariners coming to bat, just underway here from Seattle. Michael King will get the start today here for the Padres. 9 games under his belt with a 4-2 record. 2.75 ERA, 45 strikeouts on the season. And he will look to shut down the Mariners here in this game. Looking to help the Padres sweep here in the Emerald City on the road. His first task, Brendan Donovan will stand in. Coming in with a 10-game hitting streak. One of the better acquisitions in the offseason across the majors. Brendan Donovan from St. Louis to Seattle. He's batting .348 on the season. Padres come in 24-21. 2 straight wins here in Seattle, looking for the sweep. A ball and no strikes to Donovan. He takes a strike on the outside portion of the plate. Donovan second in the American League in batting average behind Aaron Judge. In the air to center. Loading back is Merrill. He'll get there to make the catch, and there's one away here in the first. Let's take a look now at the Mariners starting lineup. You just saw Brendan Donovan. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, will stand in now, followed by Julio Rodriguez. In the middle, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, and Victor Robles. And then the bottom 3, Cole Young, Luke Raley, and J.P. Crawford. Mariners have struggled over the past week or so, losers of 6 in a row. Here's Cal Raleigh, who has 10 home runs on the season. After his 62 home run season a year ago, off to a slower start here in 2026. Raleigh rips it to the right side, but right at Cronenworth, and there's quickly 2 away here in the first.
That is third, the center fielder, number 44, Julio.
And now the last chance here in the first inning for Seattle is Julio Rodriguez. 9 homers and 28 RBIs on the season for Julio. Nobody on, 2 out in the bottom of the first. Just 5 pitches so far for King, and he pounds one high to Julio Rodriguez, 1-0. All-Star appearance a year ago for Julio. Already 3 All-Star appearances in the young career of Julio Rodriguez, and he did not like that call at all. And we're going to get an early ABS challenge here, and it missed the zone. And Julio's ahead 2-0 now. So Rodriguez ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And he takes a strike at the knees, 2-1. Hitters count, Rodriguez takes a strike, and it's 2-2 now. And Michael King looking for a clean opening frame here against the Mariners. Deuces are wild. Michael King, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Rodriguez swings and fouls it off. Roof is closed tonight here in Seattle. Rainy most of the day here in the Pacific Northwest. Strike three called outside portion of the plate. Rodriguez is froze, and the side is retired. Mariners go down 1-2-3, and it's 1-0 San Diego after one here in Seattle. Start of the second inning, Xander Bogaerts set to lead things off for the Padres, who lead 1-0 against George Kirby, who's looking to have a clean second inning here after he got banged up a little bit in the first. And the first pitch of the inning misses inside, ball one. One home run away is Bogaerts from his 200th career home run. The former Boston Red Sox, the 1-0. Bogaerts takes a strike, and he's going to challenge this one. That one looked to be a little bit outside. We'll see. And by a sliver it was, and the count moves to 2-0. So we've seen two early ABS challenges in this game, and the players are 2-0, one for either side. Bogaerts ahead 3-0. Cronenworth waits on deck. Sunday night baseball here from Seattle, just underway. Padres the early lead. Bogaerts did not go, and he takes ball four on a 4-pitch walk from George Kirby. And the leadoff man's aboard here for San Diego. Jake Cronenworth now to the plate. First pitch right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Left side, just foul. And it's quickly 0-2 to Cronenworth. 166 at-bats coming into play today. Batting .259, still looking for his first home run of the season. He's driven in 18 runs, and now he takes the ball outside 1-2. Off the end of the bat. Kirby at 28 pitches here in the second. Still nobody out. Runner on first. Cronenworth slaps it foul again. They'll do it again at 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Skips away from Raleigh for a moment. No advance. And the count moves to 2-2. Bogaerts the runner at first, the 2-2 from Kirby. Ripped to the right side and a sliding stop by Cole Young. Only play will be at first. And a nifty play to keep it in the infield for the Mariners youngster. And there's one away. Runner moves up to second base. Good sliding stop by Cole Young. No chance to go to second base, so he takes the sure out at first. Cronenworth robbed of a hit, and now Freddie Fermin will stand in. RBI chance here for the Padres. Bogaerts now at second base here with one out. Fermin in the air to right. Coming on is Victor Robles, who makes the catch. And a wild throw in. Donovan there to back it off. 2 out. Now the first baseman, Will Wagner. Minimal plate appearances for him on the season. Batting .286. 2 out, runner on second base against George Kirby. Wagner takes a strike. Off the fist, popped up, foul territory, left side. Raley will give it a look, but it's off the netting. And now George Kirby a strike away from getting out of the inning. Bogaerts the runner at second base. 0-2 to Wagner. Inside. A ball and 2 strikes. Wagner takes strike 3. And George Kirby gets out of the second. Bogaerts stranded at second base. And it's 1-0 Padres halfway through 2. Bottom of inning number 2, and the team leader in home runs for the Mariners, Josh Naylor, stands in. 11 home runs on the season, 25 RBIs as well for Josh Naylor, one of the very early re-signs for the Mariners in the offseason. Josh Naylor was a big impact in this lineup a year ago. Bloops this one towards right field, and making the basket catch is Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 pitch, 1 out for Michael King here in the second. And now Randy Arozarena. Just 12 pitches so far for Michael King. First to Arozarena, swing and a miss. Stays high. Arozarena evens the count at a ball and a strike. Ricky Holiday is calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight. Outside corner. 1-2 now the count to Arozarena. Soft ground ball to the left side. Machado will make the play. 2 out. And Michael King rolling here early in this one. 2 out here in the second inning. Just 16 pitches for King. And here's Victor Robles. 1 homer and 5 RBIs and minimal plate appearances for Robles, getting the start here tonight. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Mariners currently sit 3 games back in the American League West, still over 500, but they have lost 6 games in a row. Padres currently 2 games back in the National League West. Arizona and the Dodgers currently tied at the top. Diamondbacks kind of one of the surprise teams in the National League this year. They've been playing some good baseball. Hitters count. Robles takes on the inside portion of the plate. 2-2. Deuces wild to Robles. Takes off the plate. Full count. Cole Young would be next here for Seattle. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Robles rips it. Machado snares. And the side is retired. End of 2 here in Seattle. Still 1-0 San Diego. Series recap, it's been all Padres. A shootout in yesterday's game, 10-6. San Diego got the win here in this building. Game 1, it was 7-2, San Diego on top. So the Padres looking for a sweep here in Seattle. Mariners trying to salvage the 3rd and final game of this series, but they trail 1-0 here early. Back to the top of the order, the Padres go. Fernando Tatis Jr. got a base hit on the very first pitch of the game, and he's swinging again here and fouls it off. Tatis 1 for 1, base hit, came around to score in the first inning. Breaking ball hit down the left side and foul, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Tatis swings and misses. Dropped out of sight on the slider, and a strikeout for George Kirby, his 4th. As we take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud, the pitch sequence there for George Kirby. Nothing but off speed to Fernando Tatis Jr. So a 3-pitch strikeout to start the inning for Kirby. Here's Machado, who takes just off the plate, and Raleigh's going to challenge this one. Already our 3rd ABS challenge of the game, and it clipped the zone. So the Players are now 3-0 on ABS challenges early in this game. And it's no balls and a strike. Machado takes off the plate again, almost the exact same spot. And it's 1-1. Inside corner now, 1-2. Coming at Machado with the fastballs after the breaking balls to Tatis. Off the fist, shallow center, and Rodriguez will be there for out number 2. 2 quick outs for George Kirby here in the third.
Up next for the Padres, the center fielder.
And now Jackson Merrill drove in the game's first run his last time. RBI double back in the first, scored Tatis. Swing and a miss behind the fastball, 0-1. 333 average now for Merrill. Turns on this one and sends it high and deep to right. Robles is back at the wall and gone. Jackson Merrill already having himself a good night. He's 2 for 2, and he makes it 2-0 Padres here in Seattle. Jackson Merrill is now responsible for both of the runs on the scoreboard. RBI double his first time, and now a home run to right field in at-bat number 2. And it's 2-0 Padres. So Kirby was 1 out away from his first clean inning of this one until the home run. And now Ramon Laureano will stand in with 2 out and a run home. Inside corner, 0-2. Just off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch number 50 from Kirby. Strike 3 call. Good bounce back by George Kirby, but Jackson Merrill, the solo shot to right field, makes it 2-0 Padres halfway through 3. Bottom half of inning number 3 here in Seattle. 2-0 now for the Padres. 7-8-9 due up here for Seattle, still looking for their first base runner of this ball game. Cole Young to start it off here for the Mariners. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Young, Raley, and Crawford here in the third. No balls and 2 strikes. Young swings and misses at a high pitch. It's dropped by Fermin, who recovers and throws him out on the drop third strike. And there's 1 away. Strikeout number 2 for Michael King here in the third inning. And now Luke Raley with a chance to swing. Inside corner. Raley batting just over 200 on the season. He's driven 7 out of the ballpark, 22 RBIs for Luke Raley. Mariners still looking for their first base runner of this game against Michael King. And Raley fouls it off, 0-2. Just missed. Still only 28 pitches in the ballgame for King. The 1-2 to Raley. Swing and a miss. Michael King, back-to-back strikeouts now here in the third, and there's 2 away. And now to the 9 hole in J.P. Crawford. He's been swinging a good bat as of late for the Mariners. And he takes a strike. Michael King is painting the corner of the strike zone right now. That one right in there at the knees. He's been pounding it inside, pounding it outside, making it very difficult for these Mariner hitters in the early going. Crawford fouls it off, and he's quickly down 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Crawford hits it on the ground to the right side. Cronenworth snares and throws wide of first, and the inning will continue. And they're going to call that an error on Jake Cronenworth, the usually sure-handed second baseman for the Padres. Errant throw, and Crawford is the first base runner of the ball game for Seattle on the error to keep the inning going. And now it moves over to the top, and Brendan Donovan, who is currently sitting at second in the American League in batting average, attacks the first pitch, sends it into center. And Jackson Merrill will squeeze that one to retire the side. Mariners can't take advantage of the error. They strand one. And we are through 3 innings here in Seattle. 2-0 San Diego.
Leading off for the Padres.
Start of the 4th inning here from the Emerald City. Gavin Sheets set to lead things off here for the Padres, who lead 2-0 against George Kirby. First pitch fouled off to Cal Raleigh. That one hurt. No balls and a strike. Sheets takes high, ball 1. George Kirby looking for his first clean inning of this game. He's had traffic on the bases in every inning so far. Sheets hits this one in the air to left. Raley over a few steps, no problem. 1 out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And now Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. Outside, ball and a strike. Bogaerts turns on this one and sends it foul. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for George Kirby. Second out here in the inning, and number 6 on the night for Kirby, and there's 2 away here in the 4th. Here's Cronenworth, who takes one right down the middle. Cronenworth had the error in the bottom half of the 3rd. No harm, no foul. Mariners stranded Crawford at first base following that. And Kirby is a strike away from his first clean inning of the ball game. Outside. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball dropped out of sight. And George Kirby has a clean 4th inning, much needed for the Mariner right-hander. Now time to get the bats going here for these hometown fans. The big dumper. Cal Raleigh set to lead things off for the Mariners. 2-3-4 due up here for Seattle. In a 2-0 game against Michael King, who has cruised through the first 3 innings. Raleigh takes a strike. Breaking ball, got the outside, and Raleigh's going to challenge this one. He already challenged one defensively as a catcher. That one wasn't even close. 1-1 now, the count to Cal Raleigh. inside. Hitters count at 2 balls and a strike. In there, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Raleigh swings and misses. Challenged him with the fastball. And Michael King gets his 4th strikeout. And Raleigh was just laid on it. So 1 away now here in the 4th. And that brings up Julio Rodriguez with 1 out, nobody aboard. Mariners still hitless in this ball game. Rodriguez takes a ball, and we're going to get a challenge from Fermin now. And that one clipped the zone, strike 1. Already 5 ABS challenges in this game, and the players are 5-0. Rodriguez takes another strike. Mariners are watching a lot of pitches go by. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Michael King. 2 away here in the 4th. And back-to-back strikeouts. And he struck out Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez, the 2 stars in the middle of this Mariner lineup. So 2 away now, and that'll bring in Josh Naylor, who is 0 for 1. Naylor takes off the plate. 1 for 4 in the series is Naylor with a home run. Getting the start today here against the right-hander. 1 ball, no strikes. Naylor takes down, and he's ahead 2-0. Fouled straight back, 2 balls and a strike. Michael King, pitch count has been excellent. He's at 44 pitches with 2 out in the 4th. Hitters count, Naylor turns on this one and sends it down the line, and it'll hook into the seats. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Michael King a strike away from striking out the side here in the 4th. Whoa, watch out. Naylor gets plunked. The inning will continue, and Randy Arozarena with a chance to swing. Arozarena with a big hack, and it's 0-1. Mariners have now had 2 base runners on no hits, 1 error and 1 hit by pitch. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Stays high, 1-2. Pitch number 50 from Michael King here in the 4th. Little tapper. Bogarts flips to second. Close play, but he got him. Naylor out by half a step at second base. The Boo Birds start to rain down here in Seattle. 2-0 San Diego. Start of the 5th inning here from Seattle. Freddie Fermin set to lead things off. George Kirby down 2-0 in this ball game. First pitch to Fermin is in there for a strike. Kirby hasn't had his best start of this game, but he's not getting any offensive support from the Mariners as well. It's still just a 2-0 game, but it feels like San Diego could be winning 10-0 at this point. Nobody would blink an eye the way that this game's going. Fermin to the right side. That's going to sneak its way through for a base hit. And a leadoff single here for San Diego in the 5th. So the leadoff man's aboard here for the Padres. Here's Will Wagner. Wagner takes a strike, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, 2 for 10 in the series. Tapped off of Cal Raleigh, and it's 0-2. 28 hits and 8 home runs in the series for San Diego. Just dominating here in Seattle. No balls and 2 strikes. Inside, 1-2 to Wagner. High fly ball, deep right field. Will Wagner sends it deep into the bleachers and gone. 4-0 San Diego. On the first home run of the season for Will Wagner. He got a fastball right down the middle. And he ambushes to deep right field. George Kirby taken deep for the second time in this game. And the Padres blow it open to a 4-0 lead. And that'll be it for George Kirby tonight. Not the start the Mariners wanted from their right-hander. Kirby exits, down 4-0.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 61.
Yosper Zulueta will come in for Seattle. 18 appearances this season, 19 innings pitched. ERA a little bit up at 4.74. He'll look to stop the bleeding here against the Padres. Now a 4-0 game. Back to the top of the order we go, and Fernando Tatis Jr. checks his swing, and he went around, they say. No balls and a strike. Tatis takes off the plate with Criswell warming up in the bullpen for Seattle. Just missed. Hitters count at 2 balls and a strike. Tatis rips it, left center field. That's going to split the outfielders. The Padres continue to mash against Seattle pitching, and Fernando Tatis Jr. has got a stand-up double. Still nobody out here in the fifth. So a base hit, a home run, and now a double for San Diego. Still nobody out. And they threaten once more with Tatis at second base, and here's Manny Machado. Machado takes a strike. Oh for 2 in the ball game is Manny Machado. 0 for 2, but still a .339 average coming into this at bat. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss on a big hack, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Machado takes inside. Inside again, full count 3-2. Jackson Merrill waits on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Machado hits it on the ground, foul. They'll do it again. Three balls and 2 strikes. Machado fights it off. Another 3-2. Off the plate, Machado draws the walk. 4 straight base runners now here in the 5th. Here for San Diego. Still nobody out. And now here's a hot hitter in Jackson Merrill. 2 for 2 in the ball game, a home run and a double. Drove in 1 run on the double, 1 run on the homer. Strike 1. Inside out swing, it's going to turn to gold into left field. Tatis around third, throw to the plate, up the line, 5-0 San Diego. RBI once again for Jackson Merrill, his 3rd of the ball game. And the Padres continue to pour it on. 5 straight base runners now, still nobody out here in the inning. And now Ramon Laureano. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts is Laureano. Still nobody out here in the 5th. 6th man to the plate. And the Mariners haven't recorded an out yet. This ball slashed down the right side. That's a fair ball. And it's going to go into the corner. Ramon Laureano drives in 2 more, and the Padres blow it open. 6-0 our score. 6 straight hits here in the 5th inning for the Padres. And now Gavin Sheets. Inside, 1-0. Sheets 0 for 2 with a couple flyouts. Six straight hits here for San Diego in the 5th, and they've blown it wide open. Little inside out swing, left side. Crawford can't get it. Another base hit. Throw will come to third. 7-0 San Diego. Gavin Sheets the RBI. And Seattle's going to switch pitchers again. 7 straight hits for the Padres. Still nobody out here in the 5th. And Seattle goes back to their bullpen. Wow.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 45.
Jose Ferrer will come in to try to stop the bleeding, but it's already gushing blood here in Seattle. 7-0 our score. San Diego has blown it wide open here in the 5th inning. 7 straight hits. Still nobody out. Here's Xander Bogaerts. First pitch fouled into Raleigh's glove. 0-1. Bogaerts 1 for 8 in the series. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Just missed, a ball and 2 strikes. Bogaerts with a swing and a miss, and Ferrer comes in and gets the first out, 8 batters in. And now Jake Cronenworth, the 9th man to the plate here in this inning, as the Padres have batted through the order. Cronenworth takes high, ball 1, and the challenge upcoming. It clipped the zone, barely. Turned on and sent foul, 0-2 now the count. 7-0 Padres onslaught here in the 5th. No balls and 2 strikes. Downstairs. Cronenworth slaps it the other way, over the head of Donovan into left. Rayleigh's throw cut off, and the runner will be held at third, and the bases are loaded. Another hit for the Padres, and now they bat it all the way around. Freddie Fermin, who started off this inning at the plate, comes in again and takes a strike. 1 for 2 with a base hit. That started the inning here in the fifth. 10th man to the plate here for the Padres in the top half of inning number 5. Fermin rips it foul. A ball and 2 strikes now. One, 2 with the bases loaded. Fermin swings and misses. 2 out. Bases still loaded. Here's Will Wagner, who earlier in this inning hit a home run. And he comes up again here in the fifth with a chance to join the record books. He already homered once in the fifth, a chance to do it again and drive in some more runs. Strike 1, top of the strike zone. It was 2-0 Padres coming into this inning. 5 runs here in the fifth. On the ground to short, Crawford will make the play, throw to first in time, and the bleeding has come to an end, but 5 runs come across, 11 men to the plate for the Padres, and they blow it wide open here in Seattle. Take a look at the news and notes around the MLB. Josh Bell records his 700th career RBI. Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants Ks 10 and allows 1 in a win against Oakland, or the Athletics rather. And the Braves have promoted Cam Seminity to AAA Gwinnett. Michael King's got a big lead to work with now here in the fifth. Victor Robles set to lead things off for the Mariners, and he takes a strike. Robles takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2 quickly. Padres just sent 11 guys to the plate in the top half of the fifth. They scored 5 runs to make it a 7-0 game here in Seattle, the third and final game of this 3-game set. And the Mariners are playing very poorly over the past week or so, coming in losers of 6 straight. And they're a few innings away from making it 7 games dropped in a row. Cole Young waits on deck. Victor Robles works the count full here against King. Pokes it foul, they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. They say he went around, and a strikeout of Victor Robles for Michael King. And there's 1 away here in the fifth. Here's Cole Young to the plate. Young batting .284 on the season, takes a ball off the plate, called a strike, and another ABS win for these players. That one finds the outside corner. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count to Cole Young here in a 7-0 game. Takes inside, 3 balls and a strike. Luke Raley waits on deck. Three balls and a strike. Young charges this one foul, full count. Good at bat here from Cole Young, making King work for it. 63 pitches here in the 5th. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Young. Missed for ball 4, and a challenge upcoming. Fermin didn't like the call, and it is upheld by a sliver. And Cole Young will draw the walk. Here's Luke Raley, who is 0 for 1. Raley stands in, batting just over 200, struck out his first time, ball 1 upstairs. Raley back up the middle, in between the legs of King, and the first hit of the ball game for Seattle. Luke Raley right back up the gut, first hit of the game for the Mariners. Breaks up the early no-hit bid. And now J.P. Crawford with a couple runners on. Crawford takes a strike right down the middle. Reached on an error of Jake Cronenworth, his first time to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Stays high, ball 1, and another challenge upcoming here for Fermin. He's already lost 1 in the inning, and that one did find the strike zone just barely, and it's 0-2 now to Crawford. Padres with 1 challenge remaining. Mariners still with 2. Inside. Inside again, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Crawford. Definitely the most trouble Michael King's been in this game. Ooh, somehow making contact with that as Crawford keeps it at 2-2. Crawford swings right through it, 2 out. Michael King comes back to get him. 7 strikeouts now here in the 5th. And back to the top of the order they go, and Brendan Donovan, who is 0 for 2. Donovan takes a high strike, 0-1. Bullpen starting to get going here for the Padres. Adam and Vasquez warming up out there for the Padres. 7-0 lead here for San Diego in the bottom half of inning number 5. Mariners with a couple runners on for Donovan, who swings and yanks this one down the line and into the seats. 0-2. On the ground left side, cut off by Machado to second for the force, and the side is retired. Michael King strands a couple base runners, and we are through 5 and a 7-0 San Diego lead. The story of this game has been all Padres. It started in the very first inning when Jackson Merrill ripped an RBI double to make it 1-0 San Diego. A couple innings later, he hit a solo bomb into right field to make it 2-0. And then The Padres just exploded in the fifth. It started in the fifth inning with the Wagner home run, and they just kept pouring it on. They sent 11 men to the plate in that fifth inning. They scored 5 runs, and it's been an excellent pitching performance from Michael King as well, giving up just 1 hit compared to the Padres' 10, and it's a 7-0 San Diego lead. Just dominating the third game of this set. Mariners have lost 6 games in a row coming into play today, and they are threatening to lose their 7th consecutive game. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the top of the Padre order due up here in the 6th. As Ferrer will remain out there for the Mariners after he got out of that 5th inning. Where the Padres sent 11 men to the plate last frame. Tatis rips it center field and caught. Cole Young in the right place at the right time, and there's one away here in the 6th. Who's playing just about as much up the middle as you can here in 2026. He snares that one. And here's Machado who swings away at the first pitch. 5 for 11 in the series is Machado. A couple home runs, couple RBIs. Hitless in the ball game so far with a walk. Fouled off of Cal Raleigh and 0-2. Stays high to Manny Machado. 1-2 the count. Strike, 3 call. Then Machado's going to challenge that one. It looked off the plate. Machado not happy. Oh, it clipped the zone. And it's strike 3 on Manny Machado. The Padres are now out of challenges. And Seattle's going to go to the bullpen. Ferrer does his job here in a blowout. New pitcher into the game here for Seattle. Cooper Criswell will get the call, making his 15th appearance of the season. He's got a 1-2 record, a 4.5 ERA. And he comes on here with 2 out. And nobody aboard for the Padres in the 6th. Here is the man of the hour, Jackson Merrill. 3 for 3 in the ball game. He's driven in 3 of the 7 runs for San Diego. And he yanks this one foul, 0-1. Ooh, got a hanger, and he fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Jackson Merrill 3 for 3 on the night. RBI double, a solo home run, and an RBI single. He's a triple away from the cycle here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Criswell gets the strikeout of Jackson Merrill, who's retired for the first time tonight. Halfway through 6 in a 7-0 ball game. Cal Raleigh set to lead things off in the 6th inning for the Mariners. He's 0 for 2, struck out his previous time. Mariners still with only 1 hit in the ball game, and it came last inning against Michael King. Raleigh fouls that one off, 0-1. It'll be Raleigh, Rodriguez, and Naylor here in the 6th inning for the Mariners. Looking to spark some sort of rally down big here at home. Ball and a strike. Pitch number 80 on the way for Michael King. 2 balls and a strike. Raleigh takes inside, 3-1 with Julio Rodriguez waiting on deck. Goes up to chase ball 4, and it's full count at 3-2. 3-2 to Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Cal Raleigh goes down swinging again. Strikeout number 8 for Michael King. And Cal Raleigh is now 0 for 3 on the night. And that's going to do it for Michael King. They're going to let him go out on a high note. What a performance tonight for King. 6 1/3 of shutout baseball and just 1 hit for Seattle. Into the bullpen the Padres go. Jason Adam will get the call here in a blowout. Making his 25th appearance of the season. He's got a 3-3 record, 23.1 innings pitched with an ERA up over 5. So he'll look to get that down here a little bit. And his first task will be Julio Rodriguez with 1 out, nobody aboard. Rodriguez takes a strike. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Couple strikeouts to Julio's credit. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2 quickly. Chased it on a bad pitch. Jason Adam gets the strikeout. And Julio Rodriguez has struck out 3 times. And now Josh Naylor, who got hit by a pitch his previous time. First pitch, Naylor didn't pull the trigger. 0-1. Downstairs, ball and a strike. Matsui and Vasquez warming up in the Padre bullpen. 7-0 San Diego here in Seattle. A 5-run 5th inning has put this game way out of hand. Naylor takes off the plate, 2-1. Off the end of the bat, 2-2 now to Josh Naylor. Off the end of the bat, lazy fly ball right center, and Jackson Merrill makes the running catch. Seattle still with only 1 hit in the ball game. We are through 6 and a 7-0 Padre lead. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. All the hits for San Diego. They've been hitting it all over the ballpark. They've hit 2 home runs in this game. This one just shows 1, but they've hit 2 home runs in this game, both of them to right field. But San Diego has been hitting it all over the yard. They have 10 hits in the ball game. And they are beating the Mariners right now in the Mariners home building 7-0. Cooper Criswell remains out there after just 4 pitches in the 6th. Ramon Laureano leading things off for the Padres, takes ball 1. Edward Bizzardo warming up out there for Seattle. This ball's ripped left center and down for a base hit. 11th hit of the night for the Padres. And Laureano leads off the 7th with a base hit.
The designated hitter, Gavin Sheets.
Here's Gavin Sheets, who takes just off the plate, ball 1. Inside corner, ball and a strike. Sheets with a little tapper that'll go foul. Sheets, left side foul, 1-2 the count. Another tapper by Sheets goes foul. Left side, just foul. What a battle here. 9th pitch upcoming in this at-bat. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Criswell wins the battle on the 9th pitch of the at-bat, 1 away. And now Xander Bogaerts to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He walked earlier, but Bogaerts is hitless, one of the few hitless guys in this Padre lineup tonight. Runner on first with 1 out here in the 7th. A 7-0 Padre lead. Bogaerts off the end of the bat is behind 0-1. We mentioned it earlier, the Padres 2 games back in the National League West. Dodgers and Diamondbacks currently tied at the top. There's a strike, 0-2. Mariners 4 games back of the Astros in the American League West. Astros jumped them earlier in the week. There's a strikeout of Bogaerts. Astros jumped the Mariners earlier in the week. Mariners in the midst of a 6-game losing streak and about to make it 7. Barring a miraculous comeback here tonight. Here's Jake Cronenworth, 1 for 3. He singled earlier in the ball game. Strike 1, outside corner. Remember, the Padres are out of challenges for the rest of this game. That one misses, 1-1. We've had a lot of ABS challenges in this game. Seattle's still perfect, but the Padres have lost twice. Cronenworth to the right side. Play will be made by Cole Young, and the side is retired. Criswell strands 1, sends us to the stretch here at T-Mobile Park. Here's our game recap. 7-0 San Diego. Michael King was excellent in this one. 5 1/3 of 1-hit baseball, 8 strikeouts. Jackson Merrill is our player of the game so far. 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And just 1 hit for Seattle belongs to Luke Raley. George Kirby got beat up in his start. And Randy Arozarena set to lead things off here in the 7th. Seattle trailing 7-0. Arozarena left side. Here's Manny Machado. Deep in the hole. Got him. What a play. Manny Machado. The veteran still got it. Look at this play. And nothing going the Mariners' way right now. One pitch, 1 out for Jason Adam. Beautiful play by Manny Machado. And here's Victor Robles. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Oh for 2 with a strikeout and a lineout in the ballgame for Robles. High drive right field. Going the opposite way. Robles has left the building. And the Mariners are on the scoreboard. Just the 2nd home run on the season for Victor Robles, and it's a 6-run ball game. Just the second hit of the ball game for the Mariners is a home run the opposite way for Victor Robles. He torched that baseball. Goes 342 feet, just got into the first row. And Seattle's on the scoreboard, breaks the shutout bid. And now Cole Young to the plate. Takes a strike. Really the first thing for this crowd to cheer about in this game. Cole Young 0 for 1 with a walk. See if that sparks some sort of rally here for the Mariners. Inside to Young, ball and a strike. Young sends it into the seats, a foul ball, 1-2 the count. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Fermin's throw to first is in time. Young strikes out, and there's 2 away here in the 7th. Good bounce back from Jason Adam there after the home run. And the Padres are going to go to their bullpen here with Luke Raley looming for the Seattle Mariners. Adam gives up the first run of the ball game for Seattle, the home run from Robles, and he exits with a 6-run Padre lead.
Now pitching for San Diego,
Yuki Matsui will come out of the bullpen here for the Padres, appearing for the 32nd time on the season already. He's got a 1-0 record. He's pitched 24 1/3 innings, a 5.92 ERA, so he's been beat up a little bit. But here in a 6-run ball game, they'll give him the ball, and his first task will be Luke Raley, the left-handed pitcher here against the left-handed bat. Raley has 1 of the 2 hits tonight for the Mariners, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Off the end of the bat, and it's quickly 0-2. Strike 3 called inside corner. A 3-pitch strikeout out of the bullpen from Matsui. But the Mariners in the inning get on the board for the first time, courtesy of Victor Robles going the opposite way. And it's 7-1. Edward Bizzardo will come in, take over the pitching duties here for the Mariners. Appearing in his 21st game of the season, he's got an ERA well into the 5s, a 5.79 ERA, 18.2 innings pitched. And his first task will be Freddie Fermin, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a run score. Outside ball 1. Just over 25,000 in attendance here on a Sunday evening from Seattle. Haven't had a ton to cheer about, except for that Robles home run in the last half inning. Off the fists and fly to left field for Raley. 1 out here in the 8th inning.
up next for the Padres, the first baseman, number 7, Will Wagner.
Here's Will Wagner, 1 for 3, homered earlier in the ball game, a 2-run shot back in the 5th inning. In the 5th inning, in which they scored 5 runs and sent 11 men to the plate. Matt Brash now warming up out there in the Mariner bullpen. Take that 5th inning out of the picture, and it's a 2-1 ball game right now. Yanks this one towards right field, shallow for Robles. 2 lazy flyouts for Bizzardo to start the 8th inning, 2 away. And now that'll bring the top of the order back to the plate. Fernando Tatis Jr. appearing for the 5th time. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. Tatis inside out swing, turns to gold in a 3-hit night for Fernando Tatis Jr. Throw into second, Tatis tried to force it, and he is thrown out by Victor Robles. Tatis got greedy on the bobble by Robles, recovered quickly, and we are through 7.5 here in Seattle. Seattle down to their final 6 outs in a game in which they trail by 6. J.P. Crawford set to lead things off here in the 8th against Matsui. 9-1-2 here for Seattle. Marinaccio and Vasquez warming up out there for the Padres. It'll be Crawford, Donovan, and Raleigh here in the 8th. Downstairs 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike. Full count now to Crawford. Crawford to the right side, off the glove of Wagner, trying to recover, and Matsui gets to the bag for out number 1. Good snare over there by Wagner to keep it on the infield. Matsui does a good job to cover the base. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order, the Mariners go, and Brendan Donovan, who is 0 for 3. Donovan cracks it to right field for a base hit. Attacks the first pitch from Matsui. And Donovan, 99 miles an hour off the bat, is aboard here with 1 out. And he extends his hitting streak to 11 games. And that'll give Cal Raleigh a chance to swing with a runner aboard. Beautiful level swing there from Donovan. He's aboard with 1 out. And here's Cal Raleigh. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss, 0-1. Raleigh 0 for 3 has struck out in his latest 2 plate appearances. Inside, a ball and a strike. Raleigh into center field. Merrill coming on, makes the catch. Hung up just enough for Jackson Merrill. Raleigh had it go off his bat at 103 miles an hour, but he hit it right at him. And that's going to do it for Matsui. Pitching change with Julio Rodriguez looming. San Diego still a 6-run lead. New pitcher into the ball game, Ron Marinaccio will get the call. 20 games under his belt so far this season, making his 21st appearance here tonight. 3.91 ERA. They bring in the right-hander to face the right-hander in Julio Rodriguez. Here with 2 out. Julio 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, looking to avoid the golden sombrero. First pitch misses off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Twelve hits for San Diego compared to the Mariners' 3. Julio puts a charge into this one. High and deep left field. How far? My goodness. Julio Rodriguez keeps the Mariners alive here in the 8th inning. Home run number 10 on the season for Julio Rodriguez, and it was no cheap shot. Way up into the upper deck. A 2-run homer. And Seattle's back within reach. 453 feet for Julio Rodriguez. And it's 7-3 now. Here's Naylor, who follows up by taking a strike. Naylor takes up and in, ball 1, 1-1. So a little bit of hope here in the Emerald City. Still a 4-run San Diego lead. Naylor taps that one foul, and it's 1-2. Stays high, 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Josh Naylor. The 2-2 home. Naylor swings right through it, and that will retire the side. Julio Rodriguez, though, with a 2-run blast, keeps the Mariners' hopes alive just a little bit as we head to the ninth. Matt Brash will come into the ball game here for Seattle to try to hold the Padres where they are right now. Still a 4-run lead for San Diego. And Matt Brash with a 6.35 ERA will look to get that down a little bit here against the heart of the Padre order, starting with Manny Machado. Machado 0 for 3 in the ball game, 2-3-4 due up here for the Padres. Now a 4-run ball game here in the ninth. Machado takes downstairs, ball 1. 14-game hitting streak hangs in the balance as well here for Machado. Takes a strike. Hitters count now to Manny Machado, 2 balls and a strike. Leading things off here in the ninth, 3-1. Jackson Merrill waits on deck. And a leadoff walk for Manny Machado. So he gets on base. His hitting streak will probably come to an end here tonight as we take a look at Jackson Merrill back in the 3rd inning. Turned on this one and sent it into the bleachers in right field. Just 1 of 3 hits in the ball game. He has 3 RBIs, 1 on each of his hits, including this home run to right field. Runner aboard here with nobody out for Jackson Merrill. First pitch downstairs, ball 1. George Spear warming up just in case out there in the Mariner bullpen. Merrill inside out swing, left field, and Raley makes the catch. So 1 away here in the ninth. Merrill retired. And that'll bring in the cleanup man, Ramon Laureano, who is 2 for 4. Double and a single. He's driven in a run. Runner on first is Manny Machado here with 1 out. First pitch inside, ball 1. Breaking ball clips the zone. Outside corner, 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes now to Laureano. Machado led off the 9th inning with a walk. He stands at first base with 1 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off of Cal Raleigh. Ground ball to the right side, snared by Naylor. Throw to second for one, back towards first, not in time. Laureano beats it out, 2 out now here in the inning. Machado the force out at second base, and Seattle's going to go to the bullpen here. 2 out in the ninth, the pitching change. Matt Brash with a quick exit here for the Mariners. Gabe Spire will get the call out of the bullpen here for Seattle. 17 games under his belt so far this season, ERA at 3.63. And he'll look to hold the Padres where they are now. Runner on first base with 2 out in the ninth. And his task will be Gavin Sheets, the designated hitter, who is 1 for 4 with an RBI single. First pitch on the ground to the left side. Donovan. 1 pitch for Spire is all it takes to send us to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Mariners. They need 4 to tie here in the third game of this 3-game set.
Now pitching for San Diego,
Mason Miller will come in to try to close this game out. 15 for 15 in save opportunities. It's a 4-run game, so this is not a save opportunity, as Randy Arozarena will lead things off here for Seattle. They need base runners. The bats started to come alive in the last couple innings, but it might be too little too late for the Mariners. They need 4 runs here in the bottom of inning number 9. Inside out swing, and that's a fair ball. A bobble by Tatis, and the throw into second is late. Leadoff double for Arozarena. Good start for the Mariners. That one landed right on the chalk for Randy Arozarena. Inside out swing turns to gold, just barely fair. And a good start to the inning for Seattle. Here's Victor Robles, who homered his last time. Downstairs for ball 1. 1 for 3 with a home run we just mentioned. Came in the 8th inning. Trying to keep it alive here in the bottom of the inning, bottom of the ninth. Ducks out of danger there, 2-0. Robles fouls it back. 2 balls and a strike. Robles fouls it off, even at 2-2. Off the plate, full count, 3-2. Cole Young waits on deck. Swing and a miss. Miller gets the strikeout, and there's 1 away. Robles goes down swinging, and the Mariners are down to their final 2 outs now as Cole Young comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Runner on second is Arozarena. Young yanks this one down the line and foul. 0-1. 100 miles an hour coming in, 87 off the foul ball. No balls and a strike. Young swings right through it. 0-2. 102 miles an hour for Mason Miller. 0-2 to Young. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him, and the Mariners are down to their final out. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Mason Miller. And it'll all come down to Luke Raley. Got the Mariners' first hit of the ball game back in the 7th. Back in the 6th, rather, I should say. And now he's the final hope for Seattle on a bad swing and a miss. He's batting .310 with runners in scoring position on the season. Breaking ball slapped foul, and the Mariners are down to their final strike tonight. Mason Miller looking to shut the door here in the ninth. 1-2. Ripped foul. They'll do it again at 1-2. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. What a take by Rayleigh. Deuces are wild. Rayleigh swings and misses. Mason Miller shuts the door, and the Padres have swept the Mariners here on the road. What a performance by San Diego tonight. They broke out in dominating fashion. Seattle got the bats going late, but it was too little too late. In this third and final game on Sunday Night Baseball, the win will go to Michael King, the loss goes to George Kirby, and the Padres hand the Mariners their 7th straight loss. And Seattle struggling over the past week. Padres dominated this game from start to finish. It was 1-0 after 1, and they didn't look back. Jackson Merrill, a 3-hit night, a 3 RBI night, got the scoring started. And then that big 5th inning for the Padres where they scored 5 runs, sent 11 guys to the plate, was the difference in this one. By then, Seattle, which is too far out of reach, they made a little bit of an effort late, a couple home runs from Victor Robles and Julio Rodriguez. But at the end of the day, it was the Padres who get the win 7-3.